So you are able to see me and the kids both? Okay. So let's begin with today's session. Namaste and welcome everyone. So today's topic, we are going to begin with the prayer, and for those who have now everybody knows Gayatri Mantra, so we all will be folding our palms and we would be chanting it, and after that somebody amongst you, okay, so any of the kids, they would be reading out the meaning which is there on the screen, okay, after we chant it. And we are going to chant it how many times? किती वेळा म्हणणार आहोत आपण? 3 वेळा. Okay, आणि दाखव किती वेळा करणार आहोत आपण? 3. Okay, very good. So we are going to chant it 3 times. I will just sit down so that I am more visible. Okay. So with your back and spine completely straight and erect, shoulders retracted, slowly and gently relax your breaths, calm down yourself, inhale deep, exhale, लांब खोल श्वास सोडायचा आहे, inhale and exhale. When you relax, slowly fold your palms. दोन्ही हात जोडायचे, पाठीचा कणा सरळ. Place your folded palms near your chest, and we all will chant the Gayatri Mantra 3 times together and feel the vibrations and energy of Gayatri. Inhale deep.
तस्य वितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तस्य वितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तस्य वितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्.
Slowly and gently rub your palms. Very fast, very fast, very fast. Make your palms warm and hot. Place them on your eyes. Absorb the warmth. Feel the heat going inside your eyes. Feel the energy like the sun god. Slowly and gently open your eyes in darkness. And from the darkness, you're moving towards the light, with light entering your eyes. Slowly taking your fingers down. Feel the light around you. Putting your palms, namaste. Bow to the divine in you, you bow to the divine. Thank you. So kids, did you enjoy the Gayatri Mantra chanting?
Yes.
Okay. So any of you kids, you can unmute and you can either tell the meaning of Gayatri Mantra. Who wants to tell it? Yeah? Neeta, or who is there? Anybody wants to? The meaning of the mantra is written in English. So any one of you can unmute yourself and read the mantra, the meaning of the mantra.
सर मैं पढ़ती हूँ.
हाँ पढ़िए प्लीज.
ओम. हम उस दिव्य सूरज का ध्यान करते हैं जो सभी को प्रकाशित करते हैं, जिनसे सभी आगे बढ़ते हैं. हे प्रभु, कृपा करके हमारी बुद्धि को उजाला प्रदान कीजिए और हमें धर्म का सही रास्ता दिखाइए.
Okay, now Vaidi, can you just translate and you can read what it is given in English. You can either read or you can just explain what do you feel about this mantra.
We meditate on the glory of that beginning Savitur, the sun who has produced this universe, who is the essence of our life existence, may he enable his divinity and brilliance with us.
Okay, so what did you understand from this meaning?
We meditate on the glory of the sun god, and he has produced the universe, and he gives us the power also.
Okay,
So
so this mantra describes the infinite power or energy of Lord Sun. So how many of you kids want to be strong? Raise your hands up. How many of you want to be strong? Very good. नाही बाकीच्यांना नाही व्हायचं. Nobody wants to be strong. Okay, everybody wants to. So good. How many of you want to be smart? Smart kids. Smart कुणाला व्हायचंय? How many of you want to be smart? Okay, very good. Keep your hands up. Now, how many of you want to be very fast in your life? How many of you want to be fast? Very fast, very fast? Okay, that's good. So, if you want to have these qualities, you want to be smart, you want to be strong, you want to be very much bright, like the sun god, then we always have to meditate through the Gayatri mantra. So when you chant this mantra, when you say this mantra loudly, you are getting the powers, the infinite energy of Lord Sun. Okay? And when you get this energy, what is the mantra saying that? जर तुम्हाला ही सगळी पावर्स मिळाली आणि तुला ही सगळी पॉवर मिळाली तर काय करणार तू एकदम फास्ट झाली स्ट्रॉंग झाल्यावरती मग काय होईल मग तू काय करणार हा समजा तू खूप स्ट्रॉंग झाली तर तू काय करणार आत्याला मारणार का हा येस इफ यू बिकम व्हेरी स्ट्रॉंग देन व्हॉट विल यू डू हा तुमचे जे काही फ्रेंड्स आहेत वगैरे त्यांना मारणार का तुम्ही तुमच्या फ्रेंड्सला वगैरे हेल्प करणार किती जण हेल्प करणार हात वर करा आणि किती जण मारणार पॉवर आल्यावरती कोणी नाही सो हे तुम्हाला जर समजायचं असेल दॅट वी ऑल नीड टू बी वाईज दॅट इवन वेन वी बिकम स्ट्रॉंग अँड वी गेट पॉवर्स वी आर प्रेइंग टू द गॉड सन दॅट वी शुड बी वाईज इनफ टू यूज दीज पॉवर्स इन द राईट वे ओके तर हा या गायत्री मंत्राचा अर्थ तर कोणी सांगेल का हा गायत्री मंत्र कशातून आलेला आहे There is a small clue in the picture itself. त्या पूर्ण पिक्चर मध्ये तुम्ही शोधून सांगायचे की हा कशातून हा मंत्र येतो कोणत्या बुक मधून लवकर बघा त्या इमेज मध्ये शोधा कुठून येतो येस फाइंड इट फ्रॉम विच बुक डू यू हॅव दिस मंत्र कमिंग फ्रॉम लवकर शोधा यू हॅव टू टेल द नेम ऑफ द बुक कोणत्या पुस्तकातून हा मंत्र आलेला आहे शोधा तिच्या त्या पूर्ण इमेज मध्ये कुठेतरी लिहिलेलं आहे छोट्या अक्षरामध्ये शोधा कुठे दिसतंय का
Rigveda.
ओके येस क्लॅप फॉर वैदे
It is from Rigveda.
Very good. Why we have chosen this mantra today? Because the theme of today's yoga session is Vedas. Okay? And this mantra is coming from one of the books of Vedas that is called as Rigveda. Okay? How many of you have heard this word Ved before? किती लहान मुलांनी ऐकले हा वर्ड आधी ऐकलाय आम्ही नाही ओके वैदेहीने ऐकलाय आणि नीता
वैदिक काळ
Have you heard it before? Yes or no? Okay.
What is the question, sir?
How many of the kids have heard this word before? Ved. श्रेयस आपने सुना है वेदास के बारे में कभी सुना है? Yes. Okay. Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. How many yes? Raise their hands up. हाथ वर करा. Very good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. Okay. So anybody can tell what is Vedas?
It is can I?
Yes, please.
It is said that it is the Vani of Lord Vishnu.
Okay, what is Vani now? We have some of the international people here. Vani means what?
Teachings.
Okay.
Teachings.
Okay.
Lord
Okay.
Vishnu.
So maybe what Vaidehi wants to say is these are some of the teachings of, like we can say, God. Teachings of God is what she is saying. But ideally, yes. Jamila, have you done any research? What is Vedas? You want to? What is your idea that you have read? Anything? You're on mute mode. Mute mode, please. Yeah, you're still on mute.
It's the four holiest book of the Hindu religion.
Okay. Yeah, the four religious books. Okay. But as far as the meaning is concerned, for all the kids, Ved means knowledge. Knowledge म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये आपण काय म्हणणार?
Jnana.
ज्ञान. Okay. You can very simply call it as information. Okay. So Vedas is, these books are what? They are information. Now the moment you say information, so this information is about what? कशाची माहिती आहे ही?
About how you should lead the human life.
Okay, wow.
जीवन जगण्याची.
That's interesting. Yes, clap for Nita and Vaidehi. Yes. So these books are all about, these books tell you how to live your life. Yes. And I'm very happy that, yeah, if kids are able to understand it, definitely this is not difficult topic to understand. Okay. So this is one important thing. Now, first is it tells us the information to live our life. How exactly is the ideal way? Now, second also, the meaning of Vedas is the truth, the ultimate truth. So what truth are they trying to talk about? Maybe this question is for the teachers, yoga teachers. Vedas talk about the ultimate truth. What is that truth? Anybody can tell us? I think Shreyas can tell us. Shreyas is very smart. Shreyas does the role of Shri Krishna, yes? So what does Krishna say? Okay. So I will just tell you the simplest meaning of Vedas, what is the truth. The truth is that we and the universe, they both are one. Okay. What is this called in Vedas?
We and the universe are the one.
Are the one. Yes, somebody said
Yes.
Brahman. Okay, wow, that's good. So there is a saying in what we have called as Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. I am the-
नारायण.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Narayan is also being compared with this. So, this idea that the way every drop which forms an ocean is a part of ocean, okay, and a drop is a small replica of the ocean. So this kind of understanding is the ultimate truth. Okay. So every individual should feel that he is a divine form, and accordingly he should find its connection with the world.
Small drops make a huge ocean.
Small drops make a huge ocean. Yes, that is what Vaidya is saying. So yes, all these are different forms of truths. So now if Rigveda is one of the four different Vedas, can anybody tell which are the three other Vedas?
सामवेद, यजुर्वेद and अथर्ववेद.
Very good. So clap. So it's very easy for these kids to teach. I think kids yoga next time should be actually for the kids. So how they have described these different four Vedas with human body. Okay. So Rigveda is said to be the head of a human body. Where is your head? Point your head. Anvi, doku kute dakho. Head. Very good. So this is the head. So that is called as, head is called as which Veda?
Rigveda.
ऋग्वेद.
Very good. Second is Yajurved. So Yajurved are the hands of a human body. Show your hands. Yes. What are the hands called as?
Yajurveda.
यजुर्वेद.
Yajurved. Very good. Then after that, which part of the body do you have? Hands are attached to what? Where are your hands attached? Show.
Trunk.
Trunk. Very good. Clap for Shreyash. Trunk. Yes. The trunk will be the third Veda. Which is third Veda? Yes, Shreyash. Which is the third Veda? Tell.
Samveda.
The Samaveda.
Samaveda, absolutely. Samaveda is the book that talks about life in the form of songs and poetry. Okay, and the last Veda. Okay, what is the last part remaining of your body?
Atharva Ved.
Atharva Ved. Yes, and
Legs.
so what are they?
Legs.
Compared with the legs. Very good. Now I will be taking a rapid fire question. Okay, I will be pointing a particular organ, and then you have to tell me which Veda it is. Okay? So,
Okay.
okay, otherwise I will point out to Anvi. Yeah? Yes. Here you have Anvi standing here. Are you able to see Anvi? Very good.
Yes.
So, which is this Veda?
Yajurved. Yajurved.
Which is this Veda? Rigved.
Rigved.
Yes. Now, Shreyas will tell which is this Veda.
Atharva Ved.
Yes. Shreyas, which is this Veda?
Sarvaved.
Atharvaved. Very good. Now, which is this Veda? Which is this Veda?
Yajurved.
Veda, absolutely. And
Yajurved.
now, who will tell which is the last Veda which is remaining now? Which Veda is remaining?
Samved. Samved.
Yes. Clap. Very good. Yes. Now, who will tell all the four Vedas in sequence from head to toe? Who will tell? Name of all the four in sequence from head.
Sir, I will tell.
Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes.
Rigved,
Hmm.
Rigved,
Very good.
Yajurved,
Yes.
Samved, and Atharvaved.
Very good. Clap. Very good. Yes. So, did you like this part?
Yes.
So let's move ahead. Now today we have a special activity, and that is Sanskrit Sambhasha. We know that Sanskrit is the language of the gods in which all these ancient texts have been written. But unfortunately, because we do not talk in Sanskrit, we don't know much about it. Okay. So yes, everyone, would you like to learn a little bit how to introduce yourself in Sanskrit? Yes, Jamila?
Yes.
Little
Yes.
good? Yeah? We will start. First, we will learn how to say hello. So if I want to say hello, what will I say is Namo Namaha. Everybody unmute and say
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha. Yes, join your palms and say Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Yes. Now all the
Namo
teachers,
Namaha.
yes, all the teachers will say Namo Namaha. Very good. And now all the kids will say to their parents or their teachers Namo Namaha. Yes.
Namo Namaha.
Very
Namo
good.
Namaha.
Now the teachers will say Namo Namaha to their kids or their students. So Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Very good. So, this is the way the life in the Vedic period was. Both the students and the teachers respected each other. The knowledge does not flow only from a teacher to a student. Okay? The knowledge also, the teacher also learns from the student at the same time. It is not only that the parents teach the kids, but after some time, or you can say every time, the kids in different forms also teach the parents. So we always greet each other. Okay. So now move ahead. We will move ahead with the introduction. So my name is Vikas. So what will I say? Mama nama Vikasah. Okay. So if you want, you can say Mama nama Vikasa asti or Mama nama Vikasah. Very short. इथे बघून म्हण
Namo Namaha.
नाही मम नाम
Namo Namah.
Anvi? Very good. Yes, Neeta.
Namo Namah Nita.
Very good. Yes. Next.
मम नामः गीता.
ओके. सो मला जर विचारायचं असेल तर मी काय म्हणणार? भवतः नाम किम? So I will now ask Shreyas. Shreyas, भवतः नाम किम? Yes.
Nama Shreyasah.
Very good. So Jyoti madam, भवतः नाम किम?
मम नाम ज्योति.
भवतः नाम किम जमीला? भवतः नाम किम?
Namaha Jamila.
Very good. भवतः नाम किम रूपाली जी?
मम नामः रूपाली.
Very good. Now भवतः नाम किम राधिका जी?
मम नाम राधिका.
Very good, very good. Now the next sentence that we have is Bhavan katham asti, means how are you? So when I ask Bhavan katham asti, you will be saying Aham samyak asmi. So we all will ask, yeah, all the parents will ask the kids Bhavan katham asti, and the kids will say Aham samyak asmi. Okay? Can we do it all together? I will ask
Yes.
Bhavan
Yes.
katham asti.
Aham samyak asmi.
Yes, you all. Yes, Shreyas. Bhavan katham asti.
Samyak Asmi.
Okay. Yes. Jamila ji. Bhavan katham asti. Bhavan katham asti.
Aham Samyak Asmi.
Yes. So now we move towards the next part, the last part, that is when you want to say thank you, you will be saying Dhanyavad. So all the kids say
Dhanyavad.
धन्यवादः.
very good. Now after Dhanyavad you say nice to meet you. So you have to say Milanena Bahu Santoshah.
मिलनेन बहु संतोषः.
बहु संतोष.
We will again recite it one word. Milanena. Milan is to come together. We will again meet together. Meeting is coming together.
मिलनेन
Bahu.
मिलनेन
Bahu.
बहु
Santoshah.
संतोषः.
संतोषः.
Very good. So all together. Milanena Bahu Santoshah.
संतोषः.
Okay. Yes. Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवादः.
No. So now we have a story from these Vedas, or the rather than religious books, they have nothing like more like religion. They talk about philosophy. They talk about the universe. They talk about your connection with the universe. Okay. So yeah, for Jamila ji, what these Vedas are, the Vedas talk about three important things. One is you, second is the universe, and the relation between you and the universe. So sometimes the relation between you and the universe could be divinity or it could be God. Okay, it depends on this. So it talks about three different things: you, the universe, and the divinity or God. Okay, so let's see how exactly these Vedas were formed, or how were they born. Would you like to know the story how the Vedas were born?
Yes.
Yes, Anvi, would you like to know the story? Story बघायची का तुला? Okay.
नंतर वाच म्हणले ना.
We know that Maharshi Vedavyas has written the Mahabharata. But very few people know that when Vedavyas was narrating, Ganpati was writing the Mahabharata for him. But he understood that it is not possible for him to sit down all by himself and recollect all his life experience and write it. But among all the gods, he couldn't find anyone who could write this. So Vedavyas went to Brahmadev. And he told Brahmadev, "My God of God, I have decided to write a Mahabharata based on the life experience. But it is not possible for me to understand every shlok and write its meaning all by myself. So I need a writer who would be able to understand the meaning of every shlok I say and write it down." Hearing this, Brahmadev told Maharshi, "Hey Mahamuni, your idea to write the Mahabharata is really good. I'm very sure that you will finish this good work very soon. And no one is more capable to write this other than Shiva's own son, Ganesh. That's why get Ganesh ready for this work as soon as possible." Hearing Brahmadev's answer, Maharshi Vyas went to Ganesh and requested Ganesh, "Hey Ganesh, I have come to you because Brahmadev has sent me to you. It is my wish that you will help me in writing my Mahabharata." Hearing this, Ganesh told him, "Hey Maharshi, I shall fulfill your wish, but I have a condition." So Maharshi asked, "What is it?" So Ganesh replied, "When I am writing, you must be continuously narrating. If you stop in between, I will lose my concentration. Likewise, I will not like any kind of waste of time. If I lose my concentration, I would not be able to bring a continuity. Only if you can narrate continuously, without stopping, I can be your writer." Maharshi Vyas accepted this condition and said, "Hey Vignaharta, I accept this condition. But unless understanding whatever I say, you will not write. It is very important to understand every shlok and then write it down. It is not appropriate and possible to write even a single sentence without understanding." Ganesh also agreed to what Maharshi had to say. Hence Maharshi Vyas started narrating the story. After every shlok, Vedavyas used to narrate a parable and Ganesh used to write it down. While narrating the Mahabharata, Vedavyas realized that Ganesha understood the meaning of the shloks and wrote them very fast. So Vedavyas started telling him more difficult shloks with very deep meaning. So it took Ganesh more time to understand them and write it. In the meantime, Maharshi Vyas used to write new shloks and keep them ready. In this manner, Mahabharata was smoothly completed, and even today we can take its pleasure.
So this was the story how the Vedas were written. Yes. Now, what did you learn from this story? Anyone? Unmute yourself and
We
tell
know that Maharshi.
me. Who wants to tell? Neeta or who? Vaidhi, you want to tell? What did you learn from the story? Okay, anyways, did teacher learn anything from the story? Yes, teachers. What are the different things that we understood from this story? Okay, yeah, you can unmute yourself. It is not an exam. Yeah.
You need to keep the children occupied mindfully if you want the class to be successful.
The kids have a lot of potential, so it is our duty as parents to give them and make them involved in more creative activities so that their energy is channelized and they are always focused. Right? Rupali ji, do you agree? Okay. Anything else? Did you also learn that you shouldn't do any work in life without understanding its meaning or understanding its purpose? You should always learn to ask questions. Yes? Neeta and Geeta, right? Is it true? Barabar ka? Shreyash, you will always, I have received this news that you ask a lot of questions, and this is a very good sign. You should keep on asking
Yes.
questions till you get answers at home and
Yes.
very good, very good. So all the kids who ask questions, what happened to their brain? Yeah, when you ask a lot of questions and when you think a lot,
It is a sign that you are learning.
very good. You learn a lot and then slowly your brain gets developed and it grows. How much it grows? It grows like an elephant. Yeah. What is the beauty of elephant? The elephant has a very huge head, right? So we have the god of wisdom having a head of an elephant, which is a symbol of intellectual capacity and wisdom. So will you think every time when you are asked to do anything?
Yes.
Yes, there is a dictum in English, no? Think before you act. Okay. And this is the only reason why Vedas are also divided into two parts. Which are the two parts? Yes, yoga teachers. What are the two parts of Vedas? Yes, yes, loudly.
Karma Kand and Jnana Kand.
Yes, Karma Kand and Jnana Kand. All the Vedas are divided into two parts. First, they talk about different activities, and after that is Karma Kand. And Jnana Kand is what is the purpose and what is the logic behind these activities. Okay. So was it helpful for all the kids? Did you enjoy the story? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So how many of you would like to do the postures of this? Can you tell who is this?
Elephant.
Elephant. And what are they doing in the picture?
Taking care of elephant.
Taking care of elephant. Yeah. So this is also. Kya dikh raha hai? Shreyash, what is this? There's a baby elephant and he is elephant. Very good. Very good.
Combing his hairs.
He's combing his hairs. Very good. So do you comb your hair every day
Yes.
after bath? Very good. Yes. You have to take a bath. You have to brush your teeth. You have to go to the toilet. You have to wash your hands. Yes. Do you do this? All these things?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So if animals are being taken so care of.
Saucha.
Yes. Saucha. Who said this? Clap, clap, clap. Who said that? Yes. Very good. So in yoga, what we are being taught, we have to take care of ourselves. Not only we have to clean our body, but you have to clean our thoughts and what we say. Our language should also be clean and good so that everyone feels attracted towards you. Okay. So this is what is being taught in the Vedas. Vedas are not just religious books, but these are the ancient scriptures which guide us how man should live in the universe, how we should take care of other animals on this planet, and we have to live learn the art of coexisting. Okay, isn't it interesting?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
You have to tell me what each part of the elephant means. Yes. So for example, when I say elephant has a large head, what it means? The elephant can wisdom, can think a lot. Very good. So now can you tell us what is the meaning of
Sir,
large ears? Yes, can you see these ears? They are very large.
yes.
What is the meaning of this large
Sir.
ears? Yes.
Sir,
Huh?
there is missed elephant's trucks.
Yes. Okay, okay. But what is the meaning of the ears first? Ears, ears, ears.
Big ears.
Yes, big ears. What is the meaning of big ears? What can we learn from the elephant?
So here good.
To hear good things.
लक्षपूर्वक ऐकणे.
Yes, to hear with concentration. That is what we can understand. We'll be just having a break and then rejoining. सगळे थांबून गेले.
Yes.
And then following it. You have to sit down in this way. Okay? Now, you have to place both your hands. Your left hand above or your right shoulder. Place your both hands beside your left leg and try to take your left leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly and gently down. Relax yourself. Take your hands down. Repeat it to the other side. Place both your hands, okay, on the ground. Try to take your left leg above your left shoulder. Place your left and the right hand besides your right leg and slowly try to lift your leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly down and relax. Okay? Yes. So we will start. Who is going to do it? You can also take the help of the bolsters if you want. You can place these bolsters besides like this. Place your hands on these bolsters. Very good. Place your hands here. Very good. And try to lift up, up, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Side. Yes, who is doing it? Very good, very good. Yes.
Try. Me, Allah.
Yes, Gita, very good. Gita. Anvi karna hai.
Easy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
Chalo, difficult. Very good.
ಎರಡು ಕೈ ಮೇಲೆ ವೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕಾಲು ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ
Very good, Anvi. 1, 2.
ನೋಡಲ್ಲ ನೀ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ
Yes, how many could do it? And those who couldn't, we have a simple pose. Yeah, you can do like this. Okay, you have to take your right hand in front. Okay, you have to take your left hand holding your right ear, and you have to take your right hand out, and then we will be doing this happy elephant pose. How many could do it? Yes, wave yourself, and with this, try to suck some water and say what we are going to do. Ooh. Yeah, this is how the elephant does. Yes. Everyone, the elephant. Yes. Elephant pani kaisa pito. And make the sound. Make the sound of the water. Ooh. Yes. अन्वी आवाज कर. Elephant आवाज कैसे करता?
Very good.
Yes, Shreyas आवाज नहीं निकलती आप. Shreyas loudly.
जगदीन मारा आवाज है. Loud.
Yes, how is the elephant drinking water? Very good. Elephant has a large stomach, so it will take some time for Shreyas to drink water. Okay. Yes, तो पेट भर गया अभी? Yes. Is the elephant happy now?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to the next part. Yes. So this is how we have the elephant-headed god called as Ganesha, who wrote these Vedas, and that is the reason it is called as Apaurushaya. Vedas are not written by any human being, but they are divine in origin. Okay. So the symbol of this elephant god is he has a big head, he hears a lot, and he blesses all the people around him, and he has a small vehicle. Do you know what is the vehicle of elephant?
Mouse.
Yes?
Yes!
Very
I
good.
know!
What is that? Yes, Shreyas, what is that?
Mushak.
Rat. In Sanskrit they are called as Mushak. Very good. So what is the meaning of rat? Why does elephant move on the rat? This big elephant-headed god moves on a rat. Yes? What is the meaning of rat? Rat, when they are not kept under control, these rats eat all the food grains, okay, and they destroy all the grains. So, to control these rats is very important in your life. So, this rat or mouse is nothing but the desires of your life. So, the way the elephant god has controlled his desires, so he rides the mouse. He has made the mouse as his vehicle. This way, we have to control all the desires of us. Take it? Yes, Shreyas? Okay? Chalo.
Yes!
We are now going to have a story round. What? The story of Ashtavakra. Okay? Anybody has heard this before? Ashtavakra?
Yes.
Who has heard it? Yes. Who was Ashtavakra?
अष्टवक्र इज म्हणजे तो ज्ञानी व्यक्ती होता. जरी त्याचे सगळे बॉडी पार्ट्स वाकडे असले तरी तो खूप ज्ञानी होता.
Absolutely. So the intelligence is never being decided by how you look. Okay. So we have this saying in English, no? Never judge a book by its cover. So in the same way, you should never, all the kids, it's very important. Barabar ki nahi? Most of the time kids laugh at other people who are fat, who are thin, or maybe who don't have very good clothes. Okay. So we shouldn't be very much judgmental. We should always try to understand, and we have to look what are the good qualities in that person and try to take those good qualities in us. Okay. So this is the story of Ashtavakra. We have a small storybook here, and Vaidey is going to read the story of Ashtavakra. Anybody can tell what is the meaning of, any teacher can tell Ashtavakra. Ashta is a word and Vakra is a word. Any teacher can tell what is the meaning of this?
8 अंगे वाकडे असलेला माणूस.
Very good. Absolutely. I thought it will be a difficult question for kids, so but the kids are very smart.
They are our teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. So next time we will always take teachers and students together, so it will be a good competition. Yes. So for Jamila, he was a sage. He was an intellectual scholar who was bent. As you can see in the image, he was being crooked at 8 different parts of his body. He was born crooked. Okay. But though he was born crooked, he later on became a very great scholar. And this is also something we can this story is very inspiring, because though you are born with limitation and you can say hardships, or though you are born with disabilities, you can overcome your disabilities in life and you can achieve great heights of success. That is what we can learn. Okay. So the story of Ashtavakra.
8 times bent sage. Sage Uddalak was so fond of his disciple Kahoda that he married his daughter Sujata to him. Sujata had a habit of listening to her father as he taught his students the Vedas. Even when she was expecting a child, she continued to do so. The baby inside her picked up the lessons simply by hearing them. One day, Kahoda was reciting the Vedas and he made a mistake. Baby squirmed and kicked inside Sujata. "Father, you are saying it wrong," he called out. Stunned and embarrassed, Kahoda went on reciting the Vedas. He made another mistake, and again the baby pointed it out. The 8th time this happened, Kahoda could not bear any more. He cursed his unborn son. "You will be born bent, not once or twice times, but 8 times." When the baby was born, he was indeed a misshapen bundle of bones. Bent means vakra in 8, ashta means 8 places, and his name was thus Ashtavakra. Although his body was badly bent, Ashtavakra's brain was very sharp and his spiritus generous. He grew up to be a very learned sage and helped his father Kahoda when he fell into trouble. Pleased Kahoda blessed Ashtavakra and his bones got straightened out.
Okay.
Straightened out.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So thank you, Vaidehi, for reading us this beautiful story. Okay. Yeah. Anvi is quite small, so she is practicing her yogasanas behind. But for the others, yeah, the teachers should not get distracted. Their concentration span should be at least better than Anvi. Okay. So, yeah. Now, how many of you understood this story? Okay, kids. बच्चे बताएंगे अभी. Yes, please. What did you understand from this story? बताइए.
Sir. आपणही अष्टवक्रासारखं ज्ञानी व्हायचं.
Good. We should be learned like and scholar like Ashtavakra. Absolutely. Anything that the teachers learned something different that we can implement in our life, or something new, because this story is from the Vedas. Okay. Today the topic is Vedas, and what do we understand life in during the Vedic time?
That yoga starts from when the baby is still in the womb.
Absolutely. So clap. Yes. The earliest reference of pregnancy yoga, teacher training, you find in the Vedas, that even when the child was in the womb, he was listening to what the father was chanting. And not only he was listening, but he also he kicked and pointed out the mistakes of the father. Okay? When he was not even born. Yes. So this is how sometimes you are blessed with so smart kids that it is very difficult to handle them. Right, Bhageshri madam? Yeah, sometimes
Yes,
the kids are smart, that it is very difficult for us as parents.
They used to ask me this question that Ganpati is so huge, how he can sit on rat, the rat will die off. Today I'll explain him that. I myself was not knowing.
Right. So, these stories are mythological stories. They are not to be taken literally, but they have different spiritual meaning or meaning about life. Okay, and so Vedas become so important. Now, also one more important thing is, you should not be angry on your kids when they ask questions. like the father Kahoda, right? Because most of the time it happens. For example, as parents, our kids point our mistakes. Sometimes our students point mistakes of us as teachers, and then we tend to be very upset and disturbed. Okay, so I think we can learn from this story that age is no barrier for learning. Okay, we can learn from everyone in this world, whether he is a small kid or whether he is a very learned sage. Yes, do you agree, all teachers? And this makes Vedas very unique.
There is no age limit for guru.
Yes. Vaidi has a point.
There is no age limit for a guru.
Yes, do you agree, Jamila? And others? Yeah, you can find your teacher in
Definitely, sir.
any form. Absolutely. Anything else?
Point out your mistake.
Yes.
You should thank him that someone has corrected you.
Absolutely. And also this describes about the difficulty level of Vedas. How many of you have actually chanted Vedas? No one, I think. Yeah, anybody amongst us has chanted? No. So Vedas are really very difficult to chant, and even more difficult to understand, because we know that even Lord Ganesha took so much of time to understand. So you can understand that if the God of wisdom takes time to understand, I think for people like you, me and us, it's very difficult to understand these things. Okay, so one important thing is Vedas are quite difficult, and that's the reason to just understand the Vedas, there are 6 other branches of science developed. Okay, and what are they called as for yoga teachers? They're called as Vedangas. Yes, the 6 Vedangas are nothing but sciences just made to understand these Vedas. Okay, so this was very interesting. I hope these stories might have given you some insight. So all the kids, let's practice this pose. ही pose करायची का अन्वी? योगी
Yes.
आवडली तुला? करायची का आपण? दाखव बरं तू. दाखव, अंगठा दाखव तुझा. पुढे. Very good. Now Anvi is going to practice this pose. What is this pose called as?
8-angle pose.
8-angle pose. 8 angle means Ashtavakra. Yes.
Pose.
Yes. For Indian
Asana.
students, it's not necessary to call it as 8 angle. You can call it as Ashtavakra pose. Okay.
Asana.
So this is a tribute to the great scholar Ashtavakra. So let's practice it. Now this is a little difficult pose. What you can do is you can place a couple of, if you have some kind of a pillow, maybe you can place the pillow in this way, okay? And you can place your feet on the pillow, okay? Or if you have some kind of bolsters like this, okay? You can have these bolsters and keep it here. And you can place your legs up, okay? So how we are going to practice it?
And we बाजूला हो. We बाजूला हो ना बाबाची chance.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I will just try to keep it in this side. First, you have to sit down. Everybody, सगळे लोक खाली बसा आणि या इकडे. Yes. First, we will do a small exercise of the happy baby pose. Bend your right leg, keep it up, take it up, hold it like a baby, and try to move it. Hands 1, 2, 1, 2, 5 times. Okay, very good. Now straighten your right leg, lift your left leg up. असं करा, अन्वी कर. Okay, now that your legs, your pelvic muscles have opened your hip joints, okay, now we are going to practice the Ashtavakra pose, okay. So both your hands, you are going to place in the sitting position, place both your hands on the ground, okay. Now slowly try to place your right leg, you can either sit, you can place your right leg above your right shoulder, the way we practiced during the elephant pose. Very good. place your right hand down, left hand besides your left hip, and slowly giving a little bit of pressure on your hand, try to interlock your leg, left leg with the right one. Okay, and then slowly and gently you can place your leg on the bolster and balance, or if you are able to balance, then without the bolster also you can try to balance. Straighten your legs as much as possible, look in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly down and relax. And then you have to repeat it to the opposite side. Yes, so all the kids, are you ready? How many I would like to see? Yes. I don't think teachers are taking any risk of practicing this, but anyways, kids can. Yes, let me see. Okay, Shreyas is doing it. Geeta is doing it. Yes, very good. हाँ, तो चलो अन्वी पण करती है आता. Anvi, we will place the legs on this. Anvi is going to sit down. Then she is going to take her right leg above her right shoulder. Yes, very good. Then she is going to lock the legs and slowly place your hands down. Come on. Yes, very good. Yes, Anvi. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Now down. Now to the opposite side. Very good. After the warm up, they want to take the left leg up above your left shoulder. Now slowly. Yes. Atavati balance. Adi ek kaam kar. Yes, very good. Lock both your legs. Kelly lock. आता दोन्ही पण पाय स्ट्रेट करायचे आम्ही. Very good. नाही त्याची काही गरज नाही. कर. Very good. 1. अन्वी समोर बघ. 2, 3. Side. Yes. The legs are up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and slowly down. Very good. Now Vaidehi will practice it. Yes, what happened to Shreyas? Okay, yes, Shreyas, you are practicing it or not? Geeta and Mita?
Yeah.
I balanced.
Yes. So slowly, and now you can see how Vaidehi is practicing. Put your hand to the ground, slowly and gently lift and straight.
Ah, wow. ನಿನಗೂ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್
1, 2, look in front. 3, 4, 5. Very good. Keep the legs down. Very good.
very good.
Very good. Shreyas is doing it. Yes. Both the hands down. Yes. Geeta काय म्हणते? नीता काय म्हणते? नीता चलो प्रॅक्टिस करा. Lock your legs. Lock your legs.
Reverse ಮಾಡಿ. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. Down. Relax. Yes.
Yes, very good.
Very good.
ಹಿಂದ 2-3 ಕಿಲೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಾ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ.
Yes, श्रेयस को मजा आया आज? Shreyas enjoyed today? All those who enjoyed, you can give your thumbs up. Yes. But Geeta and Neeta did not show me this pose. दाखव बरं नीता, करून दाखव. तू कसं केलेलं? दाखव. Yes, very good. Lock your legs, straighten. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Clap. Absolutely. And this is what the pose also teaches you, that you will fall many times. But what is important is, after every time you fall, you have to get up and give your best. That is what life is all about. Okay? Yes, Jamila, you agree?
Absolutely, yes, I agree. The heroes.
They are the heroes, yeah. Heroes are not those people who never fall. Heroes are those who always get up after they fall. Yeah. So good, we will move to the next part. Yes.
Sir, we learned from this pose. Try, but don't try.
Very good. Clap. Very good. Absolutely. So now, after we have learned so many beautiful things from the Vedas, now we move towards another important thing, that a festival that we celebrated last week. Anybody knows what is this festival called as?
Nagpanchami.
Nagpanchami.
Very good. Yes. Shreyas, आपको पता है क्या? Shreyas is saying that unless and until the pose is done, I will not come front. So yes, yeah, Nag Panchami was in the month of Shravan. The month of Shravan, we are celebrating, or we are showing our respect to the snakes or the snake community which is living around us. Yeah. Why do you think we have a festival that respects snakes?
Because snakes are also called or said that they are the farmer friends.
Farmer friends. Yeah, why are the snakes farmer
Sir.
friends? Yes.
साप हा शेतकऱ्यांचा मित्र असतो, कारण की उंदीर ते येतात ना, जेव्हा शेतातलं धन म्हणजे घेऊन जातात, तेव्हा साप त्यांना खातो.
Yes. Do you know, Jamila, that snakes are the ones that eat the rodents and the rats who actually eat all the food grains of the farmers. So, snakes are very important in the food chain of the ecosystem. Yeah. So, in this way, all these festivals that we celebrate, they encourage us to be more respectful towards the animals and the creatures living on the planet. Yes. Today, why is this global warming happening? Why are we all suffering? It's because we are not respectful to other creatures on this planet. So these festivals teach us to be more harmonious towards all the creatures living around us and how to live in symbiotic relationship with them. Okay? All of you? Will you be friends of every animal on this planet? Yes, very good. Now, what we are going to see is...
Yes.
Very good. So you can see that, okay? What do you learn from the snakes? How many of you have practiced the snake pose, cobra pose? How many?
Bhujangasana.
Bhujangasana. Very good. Yes. How many of you love to practice this pose? Yes, Vaidhi does it.
Sir, I.
You also like it? Yeah. Any of the teachers love to practice Bhujangasana? Any teachers? Raise their hands. Very good. Okay. Rupali ji does not like, or she likes? Okay, very good. So what do you learn from this pose? Yes. Geeta, Anita, tumhala kaya, what do you learn from this pose of Bhujangasana, the snake pose? What do you learn from the snake?
Sir, spinal cord flexible होतो.
Oh, it makes your spinal cord, your vertebral column flexible. So you don't get any kind of back pain and other problems. Very good. So what do you learn from the snake? The way the snake is flexible. We should be adapting ourselves to
Yes.
every problem that you get in your life. Yes? Will you find a solution to every problem that you have in your life?
Yes.
Say yes. Very good.
Yes. Yes.
And there is one more thing. Do you know that the snake removes the old skin from his body? How many of you know? Everyone?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yes.
So what should we learn from the
Kaat
snake?
Kaat
Kaat. Very good, very good. So the snake removes the dead skin out of his body. So what should we learn from the snake? Yes, yes, yes. Teachers, what should we learn from the snake?
Forget the past and move on.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. I think Bhageshri madam deserves a clap. Very good, very good, very good. How many times we as adults also experience very great problem in moving on in life? He said that to me. Why did he say this to me? Why this happened only to me? Yeah. And we always keep this old skin with us tightly. Yeah. We should learn from the snake how to move on in life and how to, what is written in the first? Regenerating the skin. You have to create good experiences and good people around you. Yeah. And don't hold the bad people and bad experience of your life.
Depression.
Very good. So what he is saying is, if you hold bad things and bad people, then you will get into stress. You will get into depression. Very good. The kids also know what is depression and stress. Good. So next is, what about focus? What about accuracy? Have you seen a snake hitting 10 times to catch a rodent or a rat? He is just hitting 10 times. Yeah?
No.
No?
No, I just go and
Within one shoot.
One shot. Yeah. Success in first shot itself. Okay. So that is what we have to learn from the snake. We have to be so focused that we are able to achieve success in the first go itself. No, you can say we shouldn't have this attitude of jack of all and master of none. We should be so focused that we should get success in the first time itself. What else? Anything else? I've written some points. Do you agree we have to be fearless like a snake?
Yes.
Very good. And how many of you have seen that our gods, that you know, that for example Vishnu lies in the ocean on what?
Shivsagar.
Yes, Shirsagar, and Vishnu is lying.
Sheshnag.
Sheshnag is a snake. And also you might have seen that Shiva has a
Snake around his neck.
snake around his neck. So what is the meaning of snake? Can anyone tell?
Sarpo. Sarpo.
Yes. Yeah, snake is Sarpa. But for teachers, I would like to tell the symbol of snake, the meaning of snake that this we have as a
Awareness.
symbol of in Gauls, it is snake always
Awareness.
moves like this, up and down. So you have good times and you have bad times in life. So, who is Vishnu? Vishnu is a person who has overcome time.
Balance.
Balance, absolutely. So I think we should clap for Nita and Gita. Balance, yes. So they teach us how to be balanced in good times, in success, and in bad times, in failure. Shiva is a god of yoga. Why we consider him as god is because he has gone beyond the three gunas, the three qualities. He is beyond success and beyond failure. For him, poison is equal to elixir, amrit. Yeah. So many good and beautiful things that we can learn from a snake. So shall we start with the cobra pose? How many of you would like to do cobra pose? Very good, very good, very good. So do it. Yes. Chalo. Everyone. Yes, very good. Maili is doing it. Anvi is doing it. Very good. Yes, I am seeing some of the kids. Yes, let me see. Shreyas is also doing it. Very good. Touch your toes together, knees together. Yes, very good. Very good. The toes and the knees touching together. Very good. Yes, yes. Look up towards the ceiling. Very good, very good, very good. Yes. Feel the strength of the snake. Feel the focus. Look towards a point on the ceiling. Very good. Make up your mind that you are going to look only good things in your life, and you are going to take yourself away from the bad memories and the bad events. Slowly and gently you would be coming down and relax. Relax in Makarasana. Any relaxation pose, lying on your stomach. Slowly come back, come back, come back. Very good. Slow deep breathing. Okay. Our little yogis are relaxing. Inhale and exhale.